everybody. All right, well, we're back here for part 2 to finish our beautiful little bird we got here. All right, I'm gonna get comfortable. All righty, so this is where we left off on part 1. So now we're gonna continue. So let's just jump right in here. So the first thing we're gonna do here, I gotta remember to keep my head back because I do not want my head to get in the view like it did last couple of shots in the last video. Alright. Okay. So let's just get started here. It takes me a minute to get warmed up, but we just kind of go with it. Alright, so let's try taking maybe some of this and filling the aqua in here. And I'm just gonna start filling it in. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Okay, so now what I want to do is let's put a shading color in, which I have here. I already have the palette. I put it together last night just to make things a little easier. I don't know what colors I'm going to do on here yet, but I just kind of, I know the colors I like to use, so I just kind of put together a little palette. Make life a little easier. I'm filming. Okay. Now, like I say, there's so many ways to do this. If you want to do the real, I'm shading it now with the finger. With the using layers and stuff to make your light, to make everything go faster and easier. But I'm just sticking with doing it a normal traditional way, just like as if I was doing colored pencils. If I try to do the little shortcuts, it just seems like it gets so complicated and weird for me. I just kind of, I guess even on here, I just still like the basics, just like normal traditional coloring pencils. Doesn't matter if it's faster. I don't want faster. I mean, I want to have some fun. So, all right, let me shade this, the red here. We need a darker shade, so I'm going to just shade the outside here. Okay. And I'm going to blend that. See, when you shade it on the outside, just kind of it really makes such a big difference. It's in the shading and the blending. So, all right, let's put a little highlight in the middle here. I'll just grab this color here and just kind of make just a little swirl in the middle, and then I'm going to blend it out. See, because I want to lighten it up. I don't want it to be too much in the middle. I just want a little bit of shade there in the middle just to give it a little highlight. That's nice. Okay, now I'm going to make this a little smaller, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a swirl on it like that. Okay, now in here, let's go with a let's try this purple color here. And I'm just going to fill that in. See, I know that if I put this on another layer, I could just swoosh it all the way across and then, be done with it and then all that, but what's the point, I'm just gonna keep doing it just the simple way. If you guys want to do fast with layers, I mean, maybe I'll do that in another video, but for this one I'm not. I'm just going to just try to keep it more just easy, you know, without the layers and all that. I'm just going to try to keep it as close to coloring on roll paper. I'm just going to stick up in here a little. Alright. Up in here a little bit. Okay. See up in here where this is like this? I'm just going to grab it so I can kind of clean that up a little. Alright. Alrighty. Now let's shade that purple with, we need to grab a darker purple here. And, alright. And then I'm going to, actually I'll put a little bit more color up in here, just a little bit more like this, and then I'll blend. Okay. Maybe I will put a little, let's see, yeah. Maybe I'll put a little bit, just a little bit down on here on this tip part. And I'll blend that up. Alrighty. Let's blend that a little more. Okay. Not bad. I don't know if it's great, but I'll just come back and change. I'm wondering if I want to put this color on the outside instead of this peach color. I might come back and try that. Let me just try it anyway. Let me come over here and grab this color, and let me just see if I like it better. Yeah, I think I do. So I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and shade it. I like it better. I think it's a little bit more dramatic. Shade this. I'll put some music on in a minute. But I just need to kind of get the inertia moving for myself here. Okay, now I'm gonna blend that in. Blends so nice. I really like the way I have my brush set up. I forgot what comes with how the original comes. It's probably just as good, but I mean, I don't know, mine I really like the way I have to. I know it must not have, or I wouldn't have changed it. But I could share it with you guys if you want. Put it on Etsy for you. Okay, see, now I know why we should do layers sometimes, because see, then you don't, see how we're having this overlap problem. Now I have to go back in here and fix this. If I were to do that on a different layer, that wouldn't have happened. So I'm gonna have to try to learn how to do more with the layers, I guess. I'm just pushing the pigment back over here. Just some fine detail stuff, you know. Okay. And now I'm gonna blend this a little more up in here. Let's get it a little bit more. And then I'm gonna put some, let's see, let's do this. I just do some along the edge here. Okay, and I'm going to blend. Maybe a little bit bigger here. Yeah, see, I should show you there's something we should try with the layers, but because I could just airbrush this side. I will have to learn a little bit how to get a little bit more on the digital side instead of doing it so, this is like a little bit maybe too traditional. I mean, if you're going to be on the digital, if there are some a little bit of cool steps to try. I mean, we'll see as I move along in my progress. I'm learning this as well. Okay. Just go through here. On that. Let's see. It's a little better. Now I'm going to have to do the top part, fortunately. Let me just try something here. Let's make a new layer. Alright, and then I'm going to hit the multiply. And then I'm going to make a new layer. And I'm going to take, I just want to try something here. My brush. And I'm going to airbrush this side like this. Okay, I'm going to airbrush the side. Actually, I could have done that anyway, but I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to do something here just so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's say I just make a swoosh like this, right? Then I can take my eraser and see if over here where I was, I should be able to erase this. See, I can just come right over here and then clean it up without hurting the color underneath. So it's kind of cheating a little bit when you do the layer, because now if I want to work on this only layer here, let me just try some things here. Just clean this up. Okay. And just do the same thing. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just kind of blend it through here. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to do my eraser again here and clean it up again in this area here where I went over. Alright, now everything is on that. Everything that was green is on this layer, but since I'm done with this layer, like if I wanted to, again, like in here, if I wanted to add a little bit more of this shading, I'd go like this, and just get, so I can get on this edge, on that inside edge right there. If I just watch, I'll show you what I mean. So let's just say I just did just this part right here. Alright, then what I would do is I'd come in here with my eraser, and then I can just get close up and get rid of all that I put in there, but only leave that part right here. See? So that's, I'm going to blend that out. Something to think about when if you want to do layers. Like if you want to work on something and using that airbrush for shadow, then just put it on a different layer, and then use this eraser to clean it up. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to merge it down with the other layer. And so now we're back to where we started from again. So now we're all on this same layer. Alright, so let's put a, how about a hot pink? We'll drop a hot pink in there. Okay, now let's shade it with some, try some shade with a purple, see what happens. Okay, I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to try something here. I'm going to go on here, and I'm going to get a new layer again, and I'm going to hit multiply. Alright, and then I'm going to add some of this shading again with my brush here. Alright, I'm going to put some shading in. Alright, remember I told you now it just doesn't matter how messy we are because we're going to go back and erase. So now I'm going to come through here and I'm going to just put in my color, just blend it in, and then I'm maybe take it here and maybe I'll just do the sides a little bit. Maybe I'll make the brush bigger, just maybe put a little shade on the sides like so. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with my eraser, and then I'm going to get rid of all the excess on the sides. This is more of a digital technique, you know, obviously. But it's kind of fun too, though, you know, to erase it. It feels, I mean, like I say again, it's part of the deal is to have satisfaction, and doing this is very therapeutic, very, very therapeutic. This erasing part. Let me make my brush a little bigger. Now, when I was watching digital, some of the artwork, I know that this is what they do. That's how I learned this. By watching them do this kind of stuff, but. In the other steps I was showing you, we were just coloring it like normal, just like normal colored pencils. But I'm just showing you a different way that we can do this. Alright, so now we can clean over all these areas because we're on a new layer. So then now you can blend. See, if I make my brush big, I can blend now really easy like this without having to worry about affecting that layer underneath. And before I wasn't able to do that. I had to be real careful with blending, because if I was going like this, I'd blend this part over here when I didn't want it. But right now I'm just only blending just the part I want blended, you know. But I mean, it is a little extra work, because then you got to come back in again and do a lot of that, a little bit of the cleanup. But again, it's a satisfying. It's just a satisfying feeling. Very relaxing is the word, you know, to come in and just kind of erase the colors and stuff. Just but I do know that this is how other digital artists work. They do that same exact step that I just did right now with this, you know, you airbrush it in. See how it's all subtle, it's all blended in here, but I did it, I mean, it still came out the way I wanted to. It's just went about it differently, achieving the same goal, but just different manner. I'll make sure. Alright, so that's done on that layer. I'm going to take this again now, and I'm gonna go back and merge that down. That way everything's all back to normal again. Now I'm on my, now everything's all on the same layer here. Okay. All right. Let me take a sip of my coffee here real quick. So hold on. Okay, what do we want to do here? It's like little steps coming down. Let's pull in some of this this canary yellow kind of color. Oops. See, I'm going to do another layer. I'm going to start working in layers. Let's just try this out, because I'm going to see something here. See how you can go like this. This is what I mean. You can go like this, right? And then you can go here and hit multiply. Now you can see through it. Then you take your eraser again, and then you can just come across here and just kind of clean up the area. But you can fill it in pretty easily, because now all this stuff that we're going to be doing here is going to be on a different layer. See, now I can erase that, see what I mean? And then nothing's affected underneath it. So now everything, all this here that I'll be working on, well, I'll do on that layer, and then when I'm done, we'll merge it down. Okay, so yellow here, we're going to fill this in. And fill this in, fill this in, fill this in, and then see, then I can go through again and then just clean it up like that. This is just not even the same as color pencils at all. This is like total digital here, because I would never do this, obviously. With color, with the tutorial, I mean with the but I mean, if we're gonna be digital, I might as well try some of the interesting features, right? All right, let's I'm gonna shade it maybe with let me try some of this orange. If not, I could use kind of like what we know as golden seal. See, again, like this. It's just, I almost do that just because it feels so good just to use that little eraser tool. still like just coloring it just like normal though. So now it's fun to take the little eraser tool and just, oops, don't go too far out, and just clean it up like that. Again, it's about being zen and being in that zen state, you know. And if you like doing the coloring and the erasing, which I mean I don't mind it. It feels good, I guess is the word. Then if it feels good, do it. Kind of works here. So yeah, I just go through, make it kind of messy because I don't care, and then I come up here and I'll blend this in like that, and then I'll just, again with my eraser, come in and get rid of all that. Just different ways of doing things. But like I say, coloring is about having fun and this, you know, and feeling good. And so this project is all about just relaxing and learning a new technique, and just let's color in this pretty bird and enjoy ourselves. And that's what I'm doing. Alright? That is what I'm doing. I'm going to erase the side. And I'm going to grab my blender, blend that. Actually, I think when I do my erasing, I will do it after I blend it, this next one. So I'm going to put the color in, like so. Okay, then I'm going to blend it out, and then do the fun part. Woo! Woo! I make that brush a little bit big, but okay. Yeah. It looks good and feels good. Looks good and feels good. Put it in there. Make some blending. Let's blend that. And then again, we'll come in and do the fun part. The fun part. So I just made art fun, I guess, huh? Alright. So now, what color should we do on the outside? Let's try some red. Let's get some boldness going. Let's throw some red in there. Okay. Got some red going. And now we're going to do our highlighting and shading. So, we could just shade with anything darker. I'll just grab a darker shade here. Let me see if it'll work. I want to see what this looks like here real quick. When you're shading, the goal is just to have a darker color underneath. So that's why I picked that one that was there. It was a darker shade, and it works. So, because otherwise I could have gone to the color picker, to the classic mode, and picked another color. But we already have. I can only have so many colors in our color palette to share with you. So I'll just see if I mean, if I don't like it, let me try, maybe not. I don't know, let me undo it. Let me undo it. So, if you go here to your red, You can go, see, is there any room? I have room for 2 more colors. So we can go into the classic mode like this, and we can grab a little bit of a darker red. I guess I will add 1 more color to our palette. Right? Might as well, huh? So let me put that on here, on your palette for you guys. Here, I'll put it right there. Okay, so you see how that was done? Now I'm going to shade it. Now, of course, we could have put this. See, that's what people do. We could have put this on its own another layer and done the same thing. And then, you know, that's what the true digital artists do. It's all about working in multiple layers. So that they would have had done this red in a whole different layer, and not the same layer as the one that where we just did the yellow-orange one. But I mean, it's hard. I already feel like I'm outside my comfort zone just using on this second, just doing this layer. I mean, as far as being just regular, like color, like trying to keep it just light colored pencils, you know, like real life. All right, so I always come down, if you notice, and just check it to see if I like how it's looking. I'm going to now take my eraser tool. Well, I can either maybe take my eraser tool. I'm going to try a couple things here, and then see if that'll work to blend it. I'm going to add a little bit of highlight up in here. Okay, so now we go back and do the same process again over here on this one. Okay. Add some color. Add some here too. Okay, my blender, and then I'm going to blend this area, and I'm going to blend this. Grab my eraser tool here, and I'm gonna just clean up a little there. Clean up house a little bit right there. Okay, and now I'm gonna put in some highlights here. I'm gonna take a sip of some. My coffee's getting cold. I'm cheating. I'm just kind of, I already know I'm going to be doing the same thing on all these areas, so I might as well put the color down while I was there. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to get to the same thing. I'm just make this a little smaller up in here so I can get up in here. blend it out. So I'm just blending it out. Okay. And just blend it again. More blending, blending, blending. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to blend this out here. Blending it. Okay. And I'm going to go through here, put in a little shadow. I don't even need as much. I'm just going to put a little bit. As they get smaller, you really don't need as much. Okay, more of the fun part. More of the Zen. More of the Zen blend. We're doing the Zen blend. Huh? I'm so weird. Alright. There we go. I'm blended. I'm blended nice. Okay, I mean it just feels good to do that. Okay, now we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna make just a little bit again, just a little, and a little, and blend it, and blend it like that. All right, and then here, I'm just gonna probably just do something like that, and then blend it like that. Okay. Okay. See, so our reds kind of went into it. It changed its all the color. Going through, just re-blending a little, just doing some fine detailing, just to clean it up a little. See, if the brush is too small, if your blender's too small, it starts making strokes of its own. So now I'm going to take my eraser. I'm just going to see if I need any areas that need cleaning up. And you really don't even have to, I guess, you know, we don't even need to. It just not even, it's kind of pointless, but I just do it for my own satisfaction, I guess, just to clean up this little area here. Don't really need to. Just going to clean up that little area here. Get rid of my OCD situation. Okay, now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to merge that down. Now we're all back to normal. Alright. Okay, let's do some, this would be kind of similar to lime peel, I guess. Oops. Just gonna drop that in. And then see there's a difference. You can color it in like this if you feel like having fun and you want to, you know, just color it in like that. Or if you're want to hurry or whatever, you can just drop them in like this. However, whatever's the mood you're in. To fill or not to fill. Alright. To fill, hold on one second. Oh, that's alright. I was gonna try something here. I don't know if it'll work. Hold on. I just want to see if maybe. No. I was gonna look for some music, but I guess I'll do that. No music right now. I'll get it later. I don't feel like stopping and starting again. Alright, so let's grab a yellow, a brighter yellow, and we're gonna put it right in the middle here. Right in the middle. And see, it's messy, so let's take our blender tool and come through here, and now let's give that green little highlight in the middle. I'm going to give it a little bit better of a highlight. I'm going to go here, I'm going to change the opacity, turn the opacity really low on the yellow, and then just put it, I'll do the same over here and see how that works. See, I'm just changing the opacity a little, and then I could highlight it without having to. There's just different ways to go about it. Blender. The main thing is you want it to look good for your picture, and you can see. I mean, see that has a really nice highlight to them compared to, see these ones here. There's no highlight. But over here, you've got a nice highlight, so I like it better with the highlight. Blend it. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more of the green back on the side. again. Make my brush smaller, and I'm going to turn it up just a little. Back in, grab some green, just because I don't want it to be, I want it more of a highlight. I don't want it to switch the whole color. I just want it to be a little highlighted. So there you go. Okay. We'll go for yellow. Trying to just keep that highlight towards the middle. Okay. Now I need to grab a dark green, and I'm gonna just go up the middle. Turn it up a little bit, and I'm just going to slightly just blend that line out. Just slightly blend it out a little. Alright. So the leaves look nice. Alright, these little balls, let's do them like little, let's do like a powder blue. Like a sky blue light. That's kind of what it's similar to. Put these little balls in here. And I think I'll do that one. And this one. This little guy. This little guy. Okay. Alright, I'm just take a little more coffee here. Okay. Let's grab our next blue and let's see, shade on the bottom. Let's see what this looks like, huh? Way too big. I'm going to just try something on this one, and then once I know I like it, then I just do the same on all of them. So blend it out on top. Let's see if I like it. Try another blue here. Shade on the bottoms. See how I'm just kind of blending all the colors, blending it together, moving the pixels around. Okay, and then I'm gonna, should have done that in a different layer because I could have used Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur is another feature I'm gonna show you about, but I'll have to do it if I can remember. I'll just try to remember on the next layer, on the next little section. Kind of like little marbles, oh, little mini gemstones, huh? Take my eraser tool. See now, if I can start getting, if I really want to go digital and do some fun stuff, I can use maybe a brush. I could have put a texture in these little marbles because they have brushes that have shine on it and flares and all kinds of stuff. So as I progress with my knowledge of learning this, then I can just start sharing it with you. But right now I'm just kind of just doing it like this. Like I say in the last video, I feel bad trying to say I'm teaching you because I'm teaching myself. I'm just filming it as I'm coloring it, basically, and showing you kind of what I've learned so far in my whole 2 months of using it. There's just so much to it, you know. And I'm still stuck in my ways by using normal colored pencils. But like I say, because I was in the hospital and stuff, I had no choice but to learn this. So, just sticking with it for now. I mean, I've been coloring for so long, 50-something years with, normal way. So it's kind of just fun for me just to branch out and just try something new, while still being able to have the satisfaction of coloring, which is, after all, why we do this, right? It's not like we do it to make money or to, we're not selling our art. Some of you guys are selling it, but like my pictures, my coloring pictures, these, when you guys buy these, and if you want to color them in, and now the unfinished ones, if they're unfinished, you can't, I don't want you to post them on anywhere, because then people don't need to buy them from me. And after all, I mean, this is my coloring page. I want you guys, I gotta make some money on that. But that's why I don't want you to publish it everywhere, because then people don't need to buy it. It's not that much, only a couple bucks, but still it adds up for me. But the thing is if you guys want to, a lot of people don't allow this, but I do. If you guys want to color it in and then go do an art show somewhere and sell your art, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. You can put in that, do some art, frame it. You can do an art show. You can sell them. Do whatever you want with your colored version. Okay, it's just the uncolored, the actual original, you don't be publishing that all over the place. That's just out of respect to me, because then if it's out there floating around anywhere, why would anybody need to buy it, Alright, see how I'm just smoothing these out. It's nice little balls. I'll go back and put some highlights in there after. But yeah, if you guys want to go and put this on, you know, they have those, you know, they have those sites where you can, like Society6 or Etsy or, you know, whatever, where you can, well, Society6, or maybe like if you want to go to Fine Art America, or something like that, and you could put it on a pillow, you can make a blanket out of it, you can make a tote bag out of it, you can put on coffee cups, whatever you want to put your design on, as long as it's colored in, you know, by you, then you can go ahead and you can sell it, but just not the uncolored version. So actually, you know, if you take your time and you really want to, and you do want to make some money and do a nice one of your little local art shows there, or like I say, put your stuff online and you want to sell it by putting it on a pillow, or, you know, whatever. I have mine on pillows, and they come out really good. Fine Art America has a great program to do that, and it's free. You sign up, and then you can put all your images. You can put all of your designs on and see how it looks on blankets and on towels and shower curtains and iPad covers and, you know, all kinds of cool stuff. So just, you know, take your time on your design and you can go ahead and sell it. Alright, let's try here on the yellow, which I think is really cool. Oops, see that one filled in there, because there's probably a little hole here. See how it fills? Oh, you know what I could try? Let me try something here. Let me go like this. We can go like this here and hold it, and then slide it down. See if that works. See how I slid it down like that? And that takes that threshold and brought it down so that I can still get it in that area there. Okay, now I think I'm going to add some shading. I'll grab some orange shading here, and maybe just, yeah, I mean, why not, right? I mean, put your beautiful, you spend all this time coloring, you know, and I mean, I wouldn't, well, it doesn't matter what you do, but I'm just saying, you spend all your time coloring it. If you want to make money by marketing it and putting it on objects or whatever, go ahead, right? What's wrong with that? You know? I should probably do that. I probably will. I'll get around to it. I'll make a little website, and then you can put, you know, well, actually, you know, if you go to Society6 or Fine Art America, you don't even need to, because they already have, you're already on their site. So if anybody searches and they like your stuff, then they'll just buy it, you know. They do all the marketing for you, but if you make your own website, you can, or if you have a Facebook, or if you have, you know, you market however you want. But like I say, again, only the finished one. And you can sell them, so put it on. When you go to Fine Art America, you'll see you can make a poster out of it, you can make a tapestry, a wall hanging, blankets, whatever you want. Put it on a coffee cup, you know. I mean, it's very satisfying, even if you just do it for your own self, to, you know, after you've colored it, go ahead and put it on a coffee cup or something, and just, that way you can have your art on it, even if it's just for your own self. Or you can even give it away. Gosh, Christmas is coming up too, you know. Wouldn't that be cool if you know, colored this in and you really liked it a lot, and you can put your art on a blanket or a towel or whatever, and then you can just give it as gifts, Christmas, or birthday, whatever. But as I make these for you, just kind of keep that in mind. You know, you can do whatever you want with the colored version. I definitely would like to see your guys's your colored, colored versions. See what kind of colors you guys pick, because there's a million ways you can do this. Like, seriously, like probably a billion, a trillion ways. It's endless on how many choices you have. So it would be interesting to see. If you go to the Facebook group, it's just, if you go to Facebook and just search for Lisa Brando Extreme Coloring, and then you'll go to our Facebook group and just post it. I want to be able to see all of your work. I'm sure other people would like to see and be inspired too, you know. See how I'm just blending it here, see? Just blending. Okay. We need a little bit of a blend out here too, a little bit. I'm just going to give it a little edge. Get it? I'm going to give it a little edge. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright, so let's see what we got. Alright, didn't look bad. It's coming along, isn't it? Okay, let's work on these little guys over here. This little deal here. What color should we do that in? I don't know. Let's see. Alright, I'm back. I just turned it off for a minute just so I can get a little bit of music going and get some more of my coffee. Alright, okay, what are we going to do here where we left off? Alright, let's try something interesting here. I want to try something interesting. Let's take a purple, this little purple color. Just to be on the safe side. Nah, I don't need to. I was going to say maybe I need to put on a different layer, but nah, just leave it. Alright. Okay, we'll take a purple. Let's do a purple. And let's do a blue. And let's do a probably wondering what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just have an idea in my mind. Now I'm going to blend this out. And let's blend this out. And blend this out. Use a little bit more. Brush it a little bit bigger. Same here with the blue. just gonna put the color on the bottom and then just blend it out towards the top. And then I'm wondering if I want to add some yellow into that. No, I'll just do it like that. We'll just do that, I think, maybe all the way across. I'm just kind of trying to look to see if I like the way that would look. I could add yellow, because remember, yellow and red will make, this will make a sort of a purplish, this would make sort of a greenish, right? I just want to see if I like that. If I don't, I can switch it out, but I might like the, I want to just try it. I just try it on a little bit, and then we can go, once I know if we like it, we can continue that. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so now we got the pattern. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start off with that same pattern. I'm going to actually put a little bit more purple in here. More purple. Alright, so I'm gonna do again, start again with the purple. And then we got blue. And then this is kind of like a processed red, I guess. Blend it out a little bit. Let's grab some yellow. And let's put some yellow on the tips here. Some yellow on the tips. And then blend it out. That would be a nice little effect. See that? That looks really kind of cool. Purple and blue. And grab our yellow. 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 And then blend. I'm starting here, putting more pressure and pulling it down this way first, and then start it here and kind of bring this up, and then just kind of mix them together. I just kind of want the tips. I want to keep the actual color. See how I'm pushing the blue back over there? But I don't want it to be just a, because yellow and blue make green. I don't want it, I still want the blue, I just want the kind of the greenish yellow tip part. And there was a little harder to blend. Okay. and then red and yellow make orange, and this is a version of an orange because that's a pink, right? And pink is a version of red, sort of. So you know it'll be a version of orangey kind of color. I gotta come back in here because my brush is a little bit too big to get all the way in there neatly. More yellow. And blend. Cool, right? Do one at a time too, you don't have to do all three. Let's see, we did purple, blue. Maybe that's why I do it. I guess it doesn't even matter if it's even, but just this we know the colors we're going to use. But purple and then blue and then, because then you forget your sequence if you don't do them that way. Purple, blue, and then yeah, forget. You know what I mean? You forget what the next one will be purple. The last one. And now we just do yellow. And blend it. Okay. Alright. Okay, that was pretty cool. A little different, right? I mean, something cool. It's a little different. Alright, I think we're going to end the video here because it got kind of long. And then we will continue. So we'll see you in the next part of the video. Our next chapter, what will that be? 3. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Ciao.